He has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Let's go now. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Right there.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's complete to Snead. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Buying time to his... And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 1st down, it's Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. I think this is a free play for Wilson. Rolling to his left. He hits his running back, Procise. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
24. He look. Off. 57.
From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. And he's got it. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll try to run with Carson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
6-man.
Here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They toss to Ingram. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Flush to his right. He's got the first down inside the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run here with Ingram. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
What's up, man? I thought I heard something coming out of my speakers. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've waited a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3
How about you?
So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
All right. So far, good game.
40, 15. Cut. Touch 50.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there.
This is the first time I played with Ravens.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've
Yeah,
already seen this
I normally play with the Packers.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to
Dude,
get
I
too
love
wide
playing
or
with
too
Seattle.
narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He is all the way up past the 25.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football
I don't
into
think
a
I
tight
took a
spot.
breath for
And if you're a
about
little early or a little late,
30 seconds.
chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Jackson. And an alley to run. And now look at this.
I knew that was coming.
And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Always go down.
Out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Dude, he's almost like playing
really
with Vic back in
yardage,
like
That's what you
2000.
tell your quarterbacks, right?
Like
Get
2
down
or
after
whatever
you
year
got
it
the
was.
run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it.
Oh, should I overcompensated?
20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts.
Dude, Wilson's so fun to play with,
12
man.
seconds to go in this first half.
Dude, Wilson's dirty in this game. Whose bird is it? Whose bird is it?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You've seen that commercial, right?
Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
You see that commercial, you know, with Russell Wilson in the pool, and there's
the
a
Raven
bird.
offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the
Clowney's
end
like big
of this
shit
first
down
half
here.
of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on
Like
the
he went to
scoreboard.
high school,
As we
like
are off to
30
Orlando
minutes
now
away
to
from where I
check in with
live.
Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game
What part
here
of
as we
Ohio
get
are
set
you?
to resume play in the second half.
Okay.
And that'll
My
carry
wife went up
over
there
the
and went to
back
like
line of
some
the end zone
casino,
for a touchback.
like the whole time she was up there. Yeah. Jack something.
The Raven
casino.
offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because
Are you
now I
Browns
think they go a
fan?
little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
There you go. Okay.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I'd love to go to the Eagles game one day, but wouldn't feel to wear my team's gear. I'd love to go to an Eagles game one day, but I wouldn't be able to wear my team's gear.
They run from the pistol.
They're brutal out there in Philly.
Backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Ready? 50. Right. 50. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. Roberts has it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh.
On third down, Jackson.
Horrible
Looking for
pass.
Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Clark over
He's able to
3.
bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's
You got some pressure on me that
running
time.
out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Oh, what the hell are you guys doing?
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
I think my guys are drunk.
Lockett, 55 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country.
So you love kids that never listen.
And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying
Kids
to chase
never
him.
listen, do they?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Dude, mine's 18 and knows everything. Yeah. 18? Oh, 38?
The Raven offense set at the line for this
Yeah,
next
I'm
drive.
old.
They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it first and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now it's Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 27. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right.
Oh, that might be a pick. Oh,
And he fires
nice.
one that's intercepted. Picked up by
Damn.
Brad McDougal. The 40.
Get him,
He's at the
Jackson.
30. 10. 5. And
Ah.
this one home. It's a touchdown.
Like Dude, I saw
So
him last
pick six
second.
there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base
Making
package in the
mistakes.
NFL is the nickel.
That
Hard
home
to throw
field advantage.
against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14.
What do you think of all this Kaepernick bullshit going on right now?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick
I
is
hope he
away.
does, man. He shouldn't have been out of that
Get a
NFL.
chance to
He's
return
better
this
than
one as it's through the end
a
zone
lot of
for a
quarterbacks
touchback.
out there. They're sitting on the bench.
The Raven
Yeah,
offense
it
set at the
doesn't make
line
any
for this
sense.
next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put him out because they're not even over 100.
And a big loss here as
Dude,
he's
he's
taken
not that
down.
bad.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player,
Who is that?
disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Jackson.
Oh, dude.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this
That's
is going
weird.
to wind up a safety. And
Yeah,
Charles,
tried
at
to
some
throw
point,
it,
you
like,
can't keep
what-
worrying about
I don't
big
know.
play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the
I
offensive
probably
huddle, that
freaked
was
out and double
discussed
tapped
when they
the
called the
button.
play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 30-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
On deck. 36.
Wilson operating from the gun. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead,
Yeah, it's probably
they're
game.
letting him
If
throw
I
the
don't
football.
stop
Swings,
here, it's
slants, quick outs,
definitely
things
ball
they
game.
consider safe.
For sure. That team came out stoned the second half.
Tight end right.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Ooh.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson.
Get him.
And finding the tight end Wilson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Coming to you.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw is Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And a good swarm to the football
I'll add
defensively
you
as
after
they
this
get him
game. I'll
down
play you
at
with the
about
Packers
40.
another night.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground.
Try
right?
playing with like a fast quarterback, but
taking care of the ball.
I don't know if this offense
security
worth a
terms
damn.
have ever been used. They come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Wilson buying time to his left. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Jackson. Roberts got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Seth Roberts, an even 90 yards as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
I don't think I've ever gotten an onside kick
team
before.
ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered.
Yeah,
they
the other
have.
teams just
The
always
tough one
had
there. They
two good
certainly
hands.
wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They run again with Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They run it with Carson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra
I have
beef. They
like
want to
2
run the
seconds
football,
left
but that means they
at the
probably
end
won't
of
run
the
it
game.
inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
I wish I didn't have to work tomorrow. I'd play another.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Dancing to his left. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't fit down to the last play, happened, possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.